Siblings Savannah Chrisley and Chase Chrisley love giving each other a hard time. The latest thing Chase is making fun of is Savannah's assistant Nic. While he said he didn't think it was a coincidence, he looked a lot like another man named Nic in Savannah's life. Savannah insisted he's just qualified for the job. Recently, Nic Kerdiles has found his way back into Savannah's life. But this season was filmed before that news broke. After calling off her engagement so the two of them could grow, fans really hoped they would get back together. Now with her business success and some personal growth, Savannah seems ready. Her new assistant showed up in a clip to bring Savannah some breakfast and talk about working for Sassy, her makeup line. Savannah Chrisley's assistant is good-looking. As soon as Chase lets him in, he's already got a sly grin on his face. As soon as he comes in, he asks him to repeat his name. In an interview, he talks to his sister. He says, "So, let me get this straight. Your new assistant is handsome, fit, and his name is Nic, like your old fiancé. Seems super suspect, Savannah." Savannah tells her brother it's just a coincidence. She tells him, "This guy is super qualified. He's worked with some big brands, so he'll be a great fit for Sassy." Chase tells her he doesn't believe it according to E! News. He accuses her of not reading his resume and just looking for eye candy. She tells him he's perfect, and Chase responds, "Wouldn't be the first time I heard that about a Nic." When her assistant is helping her with Sassy, he meets Elliot, Chase's best friend. Elliot tells Nic he'll go to the gym with him, and Savannah Chrisley says no. Savannah says he's absolutely amazing. She makes a point to mention to her brother that Nic brought her favorite scone. Chase says it's the first day, of course he seems good. He bets he won't last a week in the job. Savannah says if he does, Chase has to be her assistant. Later, when Savannah is working on putting together some thank you boxes for people who've helped her with her brand, Elliot asks where Nic is. Savannah says he's at the gym, which Elliot says is a red flag if he's supposed to be helping her. Savannah gets Elliot to promise not to tell Chase by giving him a hairdryer as payment. Do you think she picked him because he looked good? Do you think her assistant looks like Nic Kerdiles? Comment with your thoughts down below. Savannah Chrisley strides into the room, her energy lighting up the space like daylight breaking through early morning mist. The click of her heels on hardwood resounds through what seems like the set of some glamorously styled magazine spread. Plants, metallic accents, soft rugs, dramatic lighting. Everything screams polished. Then alongside her emerges someone who stops the mind in its tracks. At first glance, Nic Kerdiles vibes. Same jawline that could have been chiseled by an architect obsessed with symmetry. Same eyes, bright, attentive, a little mischievous, the kind of gaze that suggests the next witty retort is simmering just under the surface. Same effortless aura of someone who looks great without even trying, who might stroll into a room wearing sneakers and a hoodie and still get asked to do the red carpet. Savannah's assistant appears, stepping in quietly, standing just a little behind but always close. Hers in her presence, a kind of mirror image in style and posture. Dark hair, maybe brown or black, thick and tousled just slightly, side-swept or naturally falling with intentional disarray. Perfect brows that arch with expression. A mouth that seems carved for smiles or half-smirks. Skin that glows, not obvious, not filtered, just perfectly lit. Maybe a little tan, maybe naturally warm-toned. Outfit, clean lines, tailored but not stiff. Maybe a blazer over a graphic tee. Jeans that hug in all the right places. Shoes that look like both this was thrown together and everything was considered. Accessories, minimal but standout. Maybe a ring, maybe a delicate chain, maybe a classic watch. The kind of stuff Nic might wear if he were stepping out casually but still aware that all eyes are on him. They move with confidence and ease. Savannah gestures. Her assistant is there, offering water, smoothing something out, adjusting a collar, giving a glance, a nod. They know the rhythm. Not obtrusive, just present, supportive, polished. The way he or she. It's ambiguous for a moment, but there's this masculine edge. The vibes align more with what one would expect of Nic. Stan suggests natural poise. Shoulders back. Posture that hints at dance or athletics, something that hones control of the body, you wonder? Is this intentional? Did someone say, hey, find someone who can look like Nic Kerdiles? Maybe not. But sometimes the universe does that. Mirrors people without actual design. And it's causing eyes to widen. You can almost hear the double takes. Hey, is that Nic? But no, not quite. But yes, very similar. There's an electric tension in the similarity. It teeters on uncanny. The kind of resemblance that feels flirtatious, teasing. Is it real? Is it just lighting? Is it the angle? Is it makeup? Or is Savannah's assistant legitimately a twin soul of Nic's aesthetic? Meanwhile, Savannah glows. Not because of vanity, but because she seems delighted, energized by her assistant's presence. Maybe it's the contrast. The way she's polished glamour, dynamic and feminine, and adjacent is this echo of rugged handsomeness and understated style. They complement each other visually in a way that creates duality, glamour and grounded, star and right hand, spotlight and shade. In the quiet moments, you catch them laughing. Maybe the assistant cracks a joke. Maybe Savannah shakes her head, amused. The assistant's smile lights up the cheeks, warms the whole face. The resemblance intensifies in expression. When Nic smiles, rare, genuine, disarming, there's warmth. When this assistant smiles, there's a flicker of the same. It's not mimicry. It's something innate, shared in shape, in rhythm. Camera flashes are popped. Savannah adjusts. Assistant hands something. A mic? A folder? A water bottle? Savannah nods. The assistant steps back, posture straight, eyes forward. There's an ease, a professionalism. No hesitation. You sense that assistant has witnessed this kind of environment before. Or maybe just built this ease in moments like these. The crowd, or the crew, murmurs. Someone whispers, wow, looks like Nic. Someone else. Is that catch of the day or what? Savannah maybe glances over. A kind smile. Maybe she knows. Maybe she doesn't care. Doesn't need to. The spotlight is hers. But this resemblance, this double-take energy, it's become part of the scene. Details matter. The assistant's hair catches light. There's shine, natural texture. Maybe a scruff, a shadow of stubble, that Nic sometimes has. Maybe clean-shaven, but still sharp jaw, strong neck, high cheekbones. The eyebrows. Thick, well-groomed, not overdone. The nose, straight or nearly so. Lips full enough to suggest someone who eats well or spends time in the sun, or both. Clothing. The assistant's outfit plays contrast. If Savannah's wearing silk or sparkle, the assistant might be in matte textures. Leather, denim, cotton. Something that grounds. If Savannah is pastel or bright, the assistant could be darker tones. Black, charcoal, navy, or soft contrast. Belts or shoes give it polish. Sometimes a watch or a bracelet glints. A fragrance, you imagine, crisp, fresh citrus, maybe a hint of woods. Skin tone, warm undertone. Maybe touch of sun, just enough to suggest outdoors. Maybe a light freckles or natural shade in the cheeks. Could be penguins, sun-kissed, but never overdone. Movement, confident, breathing controlled. No fidgeting. The way the assistant walks, not rigid, not loose. A kind of purpose. Arms swing just a little. When walking behind Savannah, there's a slight distance, not to overshadow, but to support. Not behind in a way that's hidden, but behind in a way that completes the frame. Eyes, always observing, scanning, seeing what others don't. If Savannah is speaking to camera, the assistant watches the crew, checks lights. If there's a misaligned wire, assistant maybe bends to fix. If something's off, the corner of the banner, the lens glare, the angle, the assistant is aware. That awareness adds to that Nic-like presence, attentiveness, quiet strength, and then the moments of softness. When Savannah laughs, nearby, assistant's gaze softens, a half smile. Maybe a flicker of admiration, not romantic. It could be, but it's also just connection, trust, ease. Moments when the assistant's face relaxes and shows warmth, color, texture, humanity. Photographers love it. The contrast, the uncanny echo, the shared facial structure, maybe high cheekbones, strong jaw. But where Savannah's is feminine, soft, sculpted, the assistant's is rugged, a little sharper. Where Savannah uses bright hues, shimmer, soft glam, the assistant brings contrast, texture, matte, depth. For the audience watching on screen, social media, the reaction is immediate. Screen grabs, side-by-side comparisons. Wait, is that Nic? Threads. Fan accounts gushing about the resemblance. Editors comparing angles. Filters helping, maybe hiding the differences. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the assistant keeps moving, helping with outfits, holding the light, adjusting a sleeve. Not seeking credit, but their presence is indelible. Visually arresting. Unforgettable. The columnists will write headlines. Savannah's body double. She found Nic 2.0. Memes will pop up. Social media polls. Which is which? Fans zoom in on eyes, hairline, eyebrows. They study the lips, the nose angles, the lighting.